Hey there, guys. I'm back. So today I want to continue about the future events. I've chosen this spot today, and there's a lot of stuff going on out there. So I myself am a victim of future events, and I have 16 years of experience. 16 years of experience of future events, and what I'm sharing with you is knowledge. I have knowledge and experience of it. You understand? All in all, I have knowledge and experience about these future events. And today I want to share with you about the most important part of these future events. So guys, you have to get prepared. Sometimes have you ever sit down and then you think of something in your head, like you want to do 5 press-ups, and then instead of doing 5 press-ups, you do maybe some sort of only 2 press-ups. So last time we talked about the orbs. So the orbs travel very fast, but they don't travel fast as the UFO. A UFO travels very fast. It travels faster than the speed of the solar system or the sun, how the sun moves in space. So I saw a vision of the flying saucer, how the flying saucer travels in space. It travels very fast. Boom! it travels faster, very fast in space to Earth. So these aliens travels very fast. The orbs travel very slow. These orbs are usually they're just scattered everywhere. So guys, yeah, the UFO travels faster in space than a than a orb than an orb. So guys, let's go to the point about future events. I want to expose these guys. I want to expose them. I want to reveal them. So sometimes have you ever heard of you're thinking of something and then all of a sudden you forgot? This thing is caused by the fortune tellers. Fortune tellers are the ones who are responsible for you to lose that memory. You were thinking of something and then all of a sudden it got lost. How? How does that happen? You understand? You didn't forget about it. You didn't forget about it. But the information was taken by a fortune teller. These fortune tellers are usually in the past. Yeah, the fortune teller was from the past. So he was looking at your records. It's like papers. You take papers and then you start counting those papers. So they took some information that was important from your brain in the past. So by accident, they took the information that was in the future. Do you understand? So they take the information that was in the past and in the future. So yeah, usually take those information too. They steal from them. They snatch from your head this information, and it's a very vital information that is in your head. But these fortune tellers usually take that information from your head. They take it and then they use it to their advantage. Like I told you guys, these people usually use these future events to oppress others, to take people's rights, and to hurt people's feelings. Yeah. So they usually take this information from your brain. When you're thinking, your thoughts are usually on your brain. They usually place on your brain like a file, or maybe you can express it like a row of books. Have you ever gone to the library? You see a row of books. So your information is usually stored like that in your brain. It's inside your brain. All of your information is inside of your brain. So these fortune tellers usually go row by row by row, looking for important information. So they usually enter into your brain. Yeah, they use these orbs, like I tell you guys. They usually use these orbs, and then they take information from your head. So these guys are fucked up. Yeah, they are just fucked up. And this one that people usually go into a war and then they die for no reason. People go to wars and then they die for no reason. It's the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was the only one who had this information. He was the only one who had this knowledge. And yeah, he was the only one who was permitted to have this knowledge. They were fighting for land even in the past. The Prophet, peace be upon him, they were fighting for land. And the Prophet was the only one who had this authority to tell them of how they will die. So he will tell them, he will show them a map, and then he will show them that you will die here. The Prophet, peace be upon him, will show them, you will die here, you will die here, you will die here. And then it will happen the exact way. So these people took this thing from the Prophet, peace be upon him. The Prophet proved to them that you will die in a war. If you go to a war, you will die. Like I told you guys. Yeah, if you go to a war, you will die. So the Prophet, peace be upon him, was proving too. Yeah, that's true. You will die in a war. If you go to a war, you will die. That's no excuse. That's no accident. You will die. The Prophet, peace be upon him, that had that authority. Because Allah was the only one who instructed him to fucking do that. But humans have already taken that from the Prophet and Allah, the God. Yeah, they've taken that ability and then they're using them. So they're using them in a bad way to harm others. You understand? Yeah. They use them in a bad way to harm others. They take people's rights, they oppress others, they hurt people's feelings. Yeah, and it's very terrible. It's very, very terrible. Yeah, last time I told you guys that they bring people into existence. Yeah, that's a godly ability. Yeah, they bring people into existence and then they just bring them to torture them. They revenge them according to the things that happen in their present. You understand? They usually view every person's life. Yeah. They usually go step by step. They see all of your life. They see it, everything that you did in your life. They usually see it. Even this, they have stolen it from the day of judgment. On the day of judgment, every record of a person will be shown in a display, in a big display. You'll be seeing somebody's life, whether they were doing sins, whether they were doing good things or bad things. So they've stolen this from the day of judgment too. So that's very bad. And I told you guys that these orbs are being controlled by humans. Yeah. There's no such thing as a ghost. There's no such thing. A person who tells you that there's no such thing as a ghost, that person is very true. He's a very truthful person. Very truthful. Yeah, there's no such thing as a ghost. These orbs are being controlled by humans. Human beings are the ones who are controlling these orbs. They are man-made orbs, man-made objects. And I told you guys you cannot see them unless you use them. You use a camera, phone camera. Yeah, unless you use a phone camera, you can see these orbs. But if you don't have a phone camera, I'm sorry, you cannot see these orbs. You can only see them with a camera, by the help of a camera. You can just use a camera and you just record just in a fun way. You will see them. You will see 1, 2, 3, or maybe you can leave your camera somewhere and it's recording, and then you will see an orb. Yeah, they are very bright. They are very tiny and bright. Yeah, these are usually controlled by humans. Humans are the ones who are controlling them. Yeah, there's no such thing as a ghost. Humans are the ones who are in control of these orbs. That thing I believe. They usually look at everywhere, every place, and they're scattered everywhere. Even if you go to your toilet, even if you go to your workplace, in your car, they're there. They're just looking at you. Humans have harnessed these powers. It's very terrible. And it's white people. It's not humans, white people. White people are the ones who are responsible for this. I blame these guys. These bastards. These white bastards, I blame them. They're the ones who brought these future events. Yeah. These white people. Yeah. So they want to harm people. Like I told you guys, they took them to South America, Asia, and Europe, and the Middle East. These are different tribes. You understand? Gypsies, Chinese. These are just tribes. Arabs. These are tribes. Even the white people are tribes. Jews are another tribes. Hizi ni kabila zingine. These are other tribes. Some unknown tribes. You understand? So they must take them there to harm them. So you have to take care of yourself. It has already caused damage, yes. And if you are immune to it, or if you haven't been caused any damage, then take care of yourself. Avoid people who you don't know. And avoid dangerous websites. Yeah. Avoid people who you don't know and avoid dangerous websites. If you're going to internet, don't go into dangerous websites or any kind of website that you don't know. Don't go to any kind of website. If you're getting information somewhere, then that's it. Get information from the top of the Google search. The AI, these days there's a Google search and then you see AI. So you can just take that information from AI and that's it. These websites are being controlled by these fortune tellers. Yeah. They're the ones who are controlling them. They will steal your information and then they'll use it against you. Yeah. And people who you don't know, don't talk to them a lot. Even if you're in China, you're in South America, you're in Europe, don't communicate with people who you don't know a lot. Limit talking with these people. Just greet them, say hi, or maybe if you're playing a football match with them, play with them. Maybe you're working with them. It's okay to work with them. but don't ask them questions too. Avoid asking questions aimlessly. Yeah, yeah. Even don't ask them questions. Don't. Don't get involved in their things. That's it. So don't ask them questions. Don't get involved in their things. Just do activities with them, like playing, volunteering. And that's it. Working together, it's okay. But these people will harm you. Yeah, these are the crazy guys. They are nasty. These are the bastards who can harm you with these future events. Yeah, they are the ones. Yeah, they're the ones. For me, I was very surprised when it reached to Africa. I was very surprised. How did it reach to Africa? How? I was just asking myself. But we recorded by the movements of people. I was out there on the streets, on the fucking streets. I saw movements were not normal. So I reported on Facebook. The first thing. I told you guys on Facebook the other day that according to the movements of people, we're seeing people are moving very fast and very slow, of which is not normal. That movement is not normal. Yeah, it's not normal for people to move like that. People usually used to move in a normal way, but these days people move very fast, very very fast, or very slow. So it's not normal. It's not normal. It doesn't add up. Yeah, it doesn't add up. So the last time I heard some people say that, oh, people didn't go to the moon. People went to the moon. Yeah, humans are very technologically advanced. I think very very advanced. We are very ahead of technology. Even if you're using a toaster technology, it's worth it. Believe it or not, it's worth it. And all these technologies, all these things that you hear on the internet, time travel, teleportation, I don't know, telepathic, all these things are real. All those things that you hear, time slips, I don't know what, they're real. Nobody should lie to you. They just choose to keep these things as secrets, but they are real. All these things are real. They just choose to keep them as a secret. They're real. Everything that you hear, it's real. It's fact. It's true. Everything that you hear, it's true. So guys, thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. Okay guys, subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to this channel. Okay guys, subscribe. Subscribe more. Thank you guys for your time, and I'll see you guys. Okay guys. I don't like seeing people getting hurt. Whether you're an African, whether you're European, whether you're Chinese, whether you're Gypsy, I don't like seeing people getting hurt. Understand? I care for other people's feelings. There are people who have already they've gotten the wrath of these future events. The wrath of it is very bad. It's a very bad wrath. They've already got it. Even the Jews, they've got it. The Arabs have got it already. It's punishing them. So guys, thank you for it.